Hi guys, thanks for watching Mom Talks Wrestling. I'm Mom. This week I'm going to talk about SummerSlam, Raw, Total Divas, and NXT. SummerSlam. My big thing is John Cena lost, and Seth Rollins has both belts. How cool is that? I didn't think it would happen, but I'm glad that the Authority gave us what we wanted. What Seth Rollins deserved. Honestly, I don't really care that Jon Stewart interfered. You wanna know why? Because John Cena lost, and to me, that's all that matters. I would have been more mad if someone would have interfered and that no belts were exchanged. That would have ticked me off. Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker. Personally, I've said this before, The Undertaker should not wrestle. Like, I want him to keep his mystique. But I have to give it to him, like, he did a lot better than what I thought he was going to. My favorite part is when they were both sitting in the ring looking at each other and like laughing. Like, and The Undertaker like mocked Brock Lesnar. At least that's how I took it. That was so funny to me. I'm bummed that The Undertaker won, but not really. Raw. Okay, oh my gosh, so much happened on Raw. It's like, forget watching the pay-per-view, I'll just watch Raw the next day, right? For all of you who did not watch the pay-per-view, it didn't even matter. You could have just watched spoiler alerts online and really got into Raw. I don't even know where to begin, honestly. Brock Lesnar comes out with Paul Heyman. I'm a fan of the two of them. And what was even better about all that is Bo Dallas came out. And it was just so funny watching Bo flop around like a big old baby in the ring. I love Bo Dallas, I love Brock Lesnar, and I love Paul Heyman. So that was a really great start to Raw. Brock is just like so intense to me. Like, in no world would he lose, right? Like, there's no way. Except for in the WWE universe where things happen all the time that probably would never happen in real life. Like Brock losing. Or like Charlotte losing. Okay, I have to say this about the Authority. Stephanie is so cool. She speaks with such, what's the word I'm looking for? Authority? Confidence. She speaks with such confidence that I really hope as I grow older and in my role as a mom and whatever career I'm in, that I can speak with such confidence and such certainty. I don't know. It's just so neat. Like, Triple H. I don't know. They're just like so cool. So typically I'm kind of sad because I feel like Stephanie has she's so pretty, right? She has great hair when she wants to, and I just feel like they have all this money, and I know she's busy because I know she like really works. But sometimes I'm just like, why doesn't she fix her hair or have someone help her like oomph it up a little bit? But on Raw, she looked beautiful. I loved her in the dress. I loved her straight hair. She just sparkled to me. And I was like so great to see because it's always more intense. I feel like when a pretty person or like a beautiful woman can like speak with such confidence and intensity and assertion. I don't know, she's just so neat to me. Okay, so the Lucha Dragons and New Day. I love high flyers, okay? I love New Day and I love the Lucha Dragons. I'm happy that New Day has the belt. But I could watch them wrestle all the time. Like, forget about the other tag teams. They're lame. Just give me the Lucha Dragons and New Day. And there doesn't even have to be a title on the line for all I care. I'm mesmerized by the acrobatics involved with their wrestling. And I really like it. It's like every other breath I was going, whoa, whoa, whoa. Did you see that? And that's exciting. I love their outfits because it makes me feel like I'm watching not just a sport, but sports entertainment. Like, I can feel really involved and invested in them because they just don't look like normal people to me, if that makes sense. They're not just like walking off the street like Luke Harper or Dean Ambrose. Then the Dudley Boys came out, and I know everyone was super excited. And it was really cool to see them mess up New Day. So I enjoyed watching the Dudley Boys and New Day wrestle because I feel like the 90s wrestlers, they have like this pause about them. And you can tell that it's fake, right? So that's why everyone's probably like, oh, wrestling's fake. Okay, we get it. But you can see that, like, the pause, and it's almost as if they're like really thinking out each step or discussing it or whatever as they're going along. Whereas I feel like wrestlers today, it's very fast. And so you're like, oh, that looks like it really hurt. And I'm sure some of it does. But it's just different. I feel like the way it's performed is different. I don't know how else to describe it. Okay, so I'm a Seth Rollins girl. I used to not be, though, because I thought he was, like, so weird. Like, who would have ever thought this weirdo with, like, a bleached strip and this weird pleather outfit and gloves would come out and make such a difference? So I was excited for the statue, and then Sting was there. But before I get to Sting, can I just say the Raw crowd really bums me out, because I just feel like people don't listen to like Triple H or Stephanie or Seth Rollins when they're speaking. So the Brooklyn crowd for Raw I just was so distracted by them. They just seem so disrespectful in the background, where like in NXT, watching the crowd, they're so invested in it. And that's the type of wrestlers I want to be around, or that's the type of crowd I want to be around, like wrestling fans I want to be around. Not the ones who are too busy like goofing off. I mean, I know it's probably fun, right? Like, it's fun and it's exciting, but there's like story being told as the Authority or Seth Rollins speaking. So why aren't you listening to them so you can follow along and become really immersed in that? And that just drove me crazy. Anyway, so as I was listening to Seth Rollins, like, I like him because he's so passionate, and I feel like he is different than a lot of millennials. You know, like what Vince is wanting in a wrestler, like someone who would fight for it no matter what, would come to work early, leave late, watch things, you know, really invest his whole heart into it. That's where most millennials are lacking. We're lazy. So yeah, I think he deserves to be champ. I love what he says. Anyway, so when Sting was exposed, first of all, why is his face paint like halfway melted off his face? Secondly, what does he have to gain from being a champ? Nothing. Just like The Undertaker and Big Show, they have nothing to gain for ever winning a title. It's not going to advance their careers. Like, they're old. I'm just kind of over it. This is why I think Big Show, The Undertaker, and Sting are still around, right? And still come out to wrestle. Because now the dads are taking their kids there, and it brings back all these nostalgic memories for like the dads or the moms. I hope there's moms there that like loved it, right? And you know, it's just like helping keep that loyalty in the family, generating like excitement, and you know, giving something to the older wrestling fans, but also giving all the little kids John Cena. Okay, so Total Divas. Honestly, unless the Bellas are on there, or unless Eva Marie's on there, it's kind of a snooze fest. It's really hard to watch. I don't know what else to say. It's kind of hard to watch. It takes me a while. Okay, NXT. That crowd, like, when Enzo and Big Cass came out, the welcoming that they received is infectious, right? Like, they're infectious, like their energy is. And so the crowd just really, really fed off of them, and I loved it. Huge crowd, really involved, and they participated in the performance. You know what I mean? Like, they engaged with the wrestlers and what they were doing, and that to me is the coolest part. When it's not just like an isolated event, like wrestlers wrestling, but it's like the universe, like the WWE universe is all encompassing, all engaging. They're all part of this performance, and that's what it should be. You know, the NXT crowd, that's where I belong, in that crowd. The way they like respect, you know what I mean, and get involved and participate, that I really like that. I love NXT for that reason. And NXT's like intros, I feel like, are so much more captivating than on Raw. Like the main roster, I feel like people get there and it's just kind of like, I love watching like Enzo and Big Cass. They're so cool. I hope they make it to the main roster because they'll just be so over. Okay, let me talk about Eva Marie and Carmella. Obviously these girls need work, right? And that's fine. That's why they're in the developmental league. But I I guess I forgot how Carmella was on the mic because I feel like as soon as she debuted, she automatically went with Enzo and Big Cass. So Big Cass was Enzo was always doing all the talking. She's not that great on the mic, and she can't really capture that audience yet. Neither can Eva Marie. I don't know. Eva Marie's finisher had me worried. It looked like she almost didn't make it, but props to her for trying. But aside from the wrestling, can I just talk about the commentators? Like, what year is it to where you can sit there and, like, get a grip? It is so disgusting to me. I guess the only thing that made it a little bit better is it wasn't Jerry the King Lawler, because he's gross. But still, it's like, instead of sitting there talking about like, ooh, I'm gonna love watching this and how hot they are, why don't you talk about their moves? Like, they are wrestlers too. They're not just pieces of meat up there wrestling around. Despite what Eva Marie might be doing. I don't know what she's doing. You know what I mean? Like, Carmella and Eva are both beautiful. They are. But they're wrestlers first and foremost. They are athletes. So treat them as such. Stop talking about like how beautiful. They didn't even say beautiful. If you said beautiful, fine. That's a different connotation than, oh, stop talking. Are you watching this? Like, the way you're like drooling over them. Yeah, get a grip. Can I hashtag this women's equality? Because I saw that was trending on Twitter. I'm sweating, like, talking about this. Okay, let's talk about Bull Dempsey. I thought he was supposed to get fit. And lastly, everyone. How much do you love that a Rosebud became a Wyatt family member? He fits in perfectly, right? It's, I don't know if I can say this is refreshing without sounding like a weirdo. Like, yeah, he has like that dirty swamp looking feel to him, right? Like the long hair and big beard. But it's like kind of nice to see a wrestler in the Wyatt family that's like in shape. I feel like the only one that was in shape was Eric Rowan, and who knows where he is. No, I just want to know why no one cares that Roman Reigns is wearing a bulletproof vest. Like, take it off already, change your look, do something different. So I guess the only good thing about the Wyatt family versus kind of the Shield family is that the Wyatt family is interesting and that they've brought on a new member. And I like Dean Ambrose, but my Twitter handle is @432ELC and my hashtag is MomTalksWrestling. Let's talk about wrestling together. Like, engage, retweet, favorite, I guess is what I should have said. My Tumblr is Mom Talks Wrestling, and my YouTube channel, Mom Talks Wrestling. Subscribe, like or dislike, comment, share. And can I just say this about Roman Reigns? I do not like him as a wrestler. Like, all he does and all the Usos do are like shake their head really fast and go, ugh. You know what I'm talking about? Do you know what I'm talking about? I can't stand it. That's like Roman Reigns stays in a constant state of hype. Like, he's so hyped up, he's wrestling, he's gonna Superman punch you. And I can't stand it.